If you see a cow, or a bull, which is huge, you don't need to know the weight to know that it's big and fat. Okay.
How do you determine what price you will pay for a business? How do you calculate the intrinsic value of a business?
When you go back to a circle of competence, if a business is within your circle of competence, by definition, you know what that business is worth. And you don't need to do this precisely. Okay. I mean, let's say I take a business like Coca-Cola. What is Coca-Cola worth? Okay. I would say that it's likely that Coca-Cola's value, intrinsic value, is probably more than 15 times trailing earnings. It might even be more than 20 times trailing earnings. Maybe it's even 25 or 30 times trailing earnings, such a high quality business. But let's stick to 15 times trailing earnings because that's a no-brainer. We know it's worth more than 15 times trailing earnings. If Coke is offered to you at 5 times trailing earnings, it's a no-brainer. It's an aha moment. If it's offered to you at 12 times trading earnings, we don't know. And once we get to we don't know, you can take a pass. This is a game with no called strikes. And so we can let 1,000 balls go by, not just 3. And so Coke comes to you at 12 or 13 times earnings. Yeah, not really. Let it go. Then Facebook shows up at 12 times earnings. You say, hey, let's swing at that one. Okay. And you just keep doing that all day. You basically keep saying no to almost everything. And what happens is that once in a while, there are these aha moments. And I think the key is that it has to hit you between the head with like a 2x4, where you just cannot ignore it. Like I've mentioned in some of my previous talks, I was visiting Turkey and I ran into this company that is the number 1 warehouse operator in Turkey. It was really simple to figure out what those, their warehouses are 99% leased. They're leased to like Amazon, Carrefour, IKEA, very, very high quality tenants, long-term leases, 10 years, whatever. And it's really easy to figure out what the cost of a warehouse is, $30, $40 a square foot for the land and, $35, $40 a square foot for construction costs, like, $70, $80 a square foot. And they had 12 million square feet. So, it's maybe worth $1 billion, something like that. 900 million, $1 billion, something like that. Maybe 800 million to $1 billion, somewhere in that range. And there was a couple of $100 million of debt. Okay, so the thing is worth about let's say 600 to 800 million. The market cap was 20 million. If you see a cow, or a bull, which is huge, you don't need to know the weight to know that it's big and fat. Okay. I didn't need to know whether the liquidation value of Resas was 800 million, $1 billion, 600 million, 500 million. All of those answers were fine. Even 200 million was fine. I'm paying 20 million. Okay. So the only question left was, am I dealing with a bunch of crooks or are they honest? What's going on here, right? And I poked a lot at that. And I met the father and son and I asked people I trusted and they said, there's nothing we've ever heard which is untoward about them. And they came across as, pretty straightforward, smart people and hardworking people. And they had built this from scratch. I mean, they worked hard at it. So it was a no-brainer. So I think what you're looking for is these absolute no-brainers, and they do show up from time to time. And when they show up, then you step up to the plate.
In this video, Mohnish Pabrai emphasizes the importance of recognizing obvious investment opportunities within your circle of competence. He illustrates that understanding the intrinsic value of a business doesn't always require precise calculations, but rather a clear, common-sense approach. When a high-quality business is available at a significantly undervalued price, it's a straightforward decision to invest. Pabrai also highlights the necessity of due diligence to ensure the integrity of the company and its management. By waiting for these no-brainer opportunities, investors can achieve remarkable success while minimizing risk.